Welcome into the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. Let's discuss this new record from Sharon Van Etten. It's entitled We've Been Going About This All Wrong, and she released that on May 6th. It's studio album number 6 for her, and it follows up her 2019 effort, Remind Me Tomorrow. And for roughly a decade, I have been completely captivated with this woman's music. She is just outstanding, and I really enjoyed the way that I was introduced to her. I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead. Season 4, Episode 4 is entitled Indifference. If you watch the show, you know it's the one where Rick ostracizes Carol, and at the very end, there's this great montage, and the song Serpents just slithers in, so to speak. And it's a great moment. I think it's just a really dark, foreboding track that captures the gravity of what those characters are experiencing at that point in the storyline. I think it just makes for a brilliant montage in that show. And so I remember the credits coming up and just being floored, just blown away by that, and wanting to listen to more of her music immediately. And that hasn't changed. I like her. She's intense. She is not for the faint of heart, and she is just emotional and raw, and I love how real that is. I've never seen her live, but I think I would love to have a chance to just see her on stage with a guitar and a piano. She has such a presence, and she's such a strong singer and songwriter that, you know, to capture that essence, I think that would just be the best way to do it. I hope one day I have an opportunity to. I think for all of us, that would be really cool to experience a show with her like that. But this new record continues that trend of rawness, and we've been going about this all wrong. It's not just an album title. That's a fully loaded statement, especially given the last 2 or 3 years. And what I like about her as a songwriter, and all the good songwriters, frankly, that statement poses a lot of questions, and she's not going to be the type of writer to answer any of those for you, because she understands that every individual has their own unique experience. And a lot of those questions, there's a lot of different things that are pulling people to make different decisions. And so I like the approach. She's the type that will take you by the hand and lead you to the doorstep, but ultimately that's up to you. And it's just a great way to approach songwriting, in my opinion. So I've always really appreciated that about her. I like the way that, those brilliant lyrics are paired with, more often than not, music that's minimalist, but there's definitely some moments where, the songs have a little more structure and they fill out. There's more texture. And she reminds me a little bit of Tori Amos in a lot of ways when that's happening on this record. But there's a lot of other influences there as well. Ani DeFranco, big influence for her over the years. She's been very open about that, and you can definitely feel it in the music and in her lyrics. But what I really like about this record too, I'm not a parent, but both my sisters are, and I know a lot of people that are parents, and so this record, it tackles, specifically motherhood, and I think that mothers of any experience, this album is going to resonate with you in an incredible way. I really like the way that Sharon, discusses the balance of motherhood, maintaining one's partnership, maintaining a level of self-love and care, learning to balance your career, all while navigating through a very complex society, which, when she gets to that point, that's where I think any parent can relate to this record, and it'll resonate with anybody who listens to it. And her brilliance just on display there fully again with her ability to write songs in that manner. So for all of you who are parents, it's not easy to be a good parent. My respect to all of you. Thank you for doing what you do. Lord knows the world needs strong young people this day and age. So let's get into this track run. Darkness Fades is going to open this thing up. It's got this great vocal and acoustic intro. I really like the way the music swells. It's got this big subdued percussion that I really dig, and this gorgeous vocal melody, one of the things that Sharon just does so incredibly well. Home to Me is your second track. It's got this steady percussion with no urgency. I really like the pace of this track. I love the way it moves with just a simple piano and another vocal melody that is really nice, and it's built over this ambient soundscape that's just very nicely done. I'll Try is your third track. It's where we're getting into some new stuff. It feels like great post-punk feel on this track. She really reminded me of Blondie on this particular song. I really dug it for that reason. Your fourth track, Anything. This is the type of track that I really dig from Sharon. It's just got this solid acoustic riff paired with a gorgeous vocal melody. It's minimal, but it's very evocative. You get a lot of just raw emotion from a track like this. Really nicely done. And it leads into what I think is the best track on the album. Born is phenomenal. It is a mellow finish to the A side, but this song is still savage. It's just excellent in its minimalism. It's got this nice shoegazy feel, but then it builds into this big coda, and I really love the way It provides just a really nice contrast and balance. Brilliant songwriting from her. Headspace is going to kick off your B-side. It's got this nice electro post-punk feel. I heard TV on the radio in this track. I really like the way her vocal is contrasted with the music in this particular song. It's a pretty good way to open up the B-side there. Come Back is your 7th track. It's got this great indie folk feel. And there's a couple moments on this record where a song, it starts off kind of minimal, but then it fills out and it feels like it's just at the right moment. And this song felt like more than all of those. I mean, I love when the music comes in on this track. I think it's perfectly done. It's a really nice moment on the album, which leads into another great moment. Darkish is your 8th track. This is the first moment where we really get, just kind of a straight up ballad, mellowed the whole way through, comes at a really good time. And it's just her and her guitar. It's what she does best. And I really dig that about this song. It leads into your penultimate track, Mistakes, which has got this indie dance feel. It's got this big bouncing bass that carries this song. I really like the fun synth element. There's definitely a new wave element on this thing. Big textures there. It's a cool penultimate track, some of that new stuff that we were talking about. And then Far Away is your final track. It's ambient shoegazer closer. I really like the feel of this song and the way it wraps this thing up. Type project from her. It's just what she does. She makes really remarkable albums and just more great songs to add to an excellent catalog. We're going to vinyl please this thing. Hope you enjoy this record. Hope you find this review helpful. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, do all the things to help me blow this project up in 2022, and stay tuned throughout the week for more album reviews. We will see you next time on the Beat Sessions.